Ahoj Broňa, Zaklínač 3, vítejte zpět u mého blind playthrough, to znamená, tu hru neznám, v životě jsem ji neviděl, nehrál, buďte na mě hodní. A žádný spoilery.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. Sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt it always lost, until Kira gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
OK. Kira nám zmizela z postele, jdem za ní. Jsem vědavý, jestli tam bude chtít pokračovat v těch mučeních lidí. Takže by mě to za stolik překvapovalo. Mágové často tvářejí, jaký mají vznešený cíl. Ale nejde o nic jiného než o moc.
A light. Top floor of the tower.
Svitky.
So, found what you were looking for?
Yes, thanks for asking. How are you feeling? Sleep well?
You used me.
Oh, please. I merely seized an opportunity.
If I'd known you just wanted Alexander's notes, I'd never have helped you lift the curse from Fyke Isle.
All right. Perhaps I wasn't completely honest. Didn't quite toe the line. But I knew you'd manage. You're so manly and all. Geralty poo. Wipe that frown off your face, or I might think you don't like me anymore.
Didn't come here to play games. I want to know what you're up to.
Naturally, you suspect me of the worst. I don't deserve that. My intentions are pure, like a virgin's tears. Alexander was studying the Catriona plague. I'll use his notes to produce medication, perhaps a cure, or at least a vaccine.
Strictly humanitarian motivations, is that it?
No, strictly selfish ones. The mighty would pay willingly for such a remedy. Can you imagine how much? Take Radovid, for instance. Why, he might even consider forgetting my past associations with the Lodge.
Radovid doesn't forget, and Radovid doesn't forgive, especially when it comes to sorceresses.
He'll make an exception for me. He'll have to. I have something he wants.
Please, you don't believe that.
Well, you believe Yennefer will stop treating you like a dog someday. Don't see me laughing. I'm going to see Radovid. Tell him of this research, whether you like it or not.
This is suicide, Kira. You'll wind up tied to a stake, burned to bolster the morals of the masses while entertaining them.
Shut up for a moment and look at me. See this? Bedbugs, Geralt. Bloody bedbugs. I, Kira Metz, advisor to Foltest, a member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, have bedbugs. Think what you will, but I'll not stay in this bloody swamp one day more. Not one day. I shall cross the Pontar, and that means Radovid's men will find me sooner or later. Don't you understand? I don't have a choice. I will have to parley.
Got another option. Go to Kaer Morhen.
You believe I'd be safe there?
Long as you don't piss Lambert off, yes. Emir, Radovid, neither will be able to reach you. Find little in the way of luxury there, but we do have clean sheets.
It's a long way, well beyond the dividing line. But if I keep to the woods until I reach the Kestrel Mountains, I should pass through unnoticed. So be it. Seems I find it hard to refuse you, handsome. You've clearly a notion of what women want, how they think.
Yeah, kinda. So before I go, I'll need you to hand me those notes.
All right, take them already. Farewell, Geralt. Or rather, see you soon.
Friends with benefits. OK. Snad jsem vás moc nevyrušoval, když jsem tu žbejkal mysli. A to nebylo moc slyšet. So, thus endeth the story of Keira so far. To by mělo být tedy Keiře prozatím vše. Kam prozatím, protože nevím, jestli se ještě někde ukáže nebo ne. Wow. Za půlkou 7. Máme tam pár 6 úkolů. Ještě uvidíme, co se vyvrbí tady. Spoustu nových míst. Nicméně teď budeme chvilku dělat nový úkoly. Uvidíme, co se nám podaří objevit za místa průběžně, když někam půjdeme. Jako tak o žádný z nich nepřijdete. Všechny je stejně navštívím v finále.
Barbarians.
Vlci.
We're doomed!
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All-God, clearly. You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. And suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All-God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us, you can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me elms. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All-God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
I could intercede on your behalf with this All-God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, "All God, help a poor wretch in need." Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Anything new?
So long. Oh, All-God, help a poor wretch in need. Pretty please.
How dare you disturb my divine rest, mortal?
I dare disturb it because I want your divine self to lift the, curse you cast. Those peasants really don't have.
They must bring worthy offerings or they shall face drought, driving hail, earthquakes, avalanches.
Avalanches.
I have spoken.
Kde tady seženeš lavinu?
Avalanches? Here? Huh. How would that work? No answer from the All-God. Fine. We can finish our conversation when I find him. Voice came from underground. Wine. More like vinegar. Someone drank it anyway. Could follow the scent. A crack. Too small to pass through, but big enough for sound to come out. There's something here. Need to use the eye.
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure. Huh. Expected the All-God to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell him that.
Listen here, lardass. You're gonna be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
Se ani nevšiml, co mě to tam psalo.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Ciri Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off to find it, with Ciri in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt that all was lost, until Ciri gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
Interesting. Tady sám má málo, to je tady válka a on se tady bálí zemí, nebo co to je?
Anything new?
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And? Will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you the All God's merciful understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? I'll take a look sometime. Architecture's fascinating.
Okay. Už jsme dosvačili. Tohle mě tady ještě znervozňuje. Tohle jsem taky ještě vynech. Teď to nechám bejt. Kam se podíváme? Co tu ještě máme? Tady nic. Tady nic. Srdce divoké.
Is it true? Northern women bathe once every 3 days.
Nemyslím si, že by to byla pravda, že by se seveřanky myly jenom jednou do 3 měsíce.
Where'd you come from?
Nový fast travel. Mňau. A když jdete na tom koni, tak je to prostě moc rychlý. Tam můžete něco potkat zajímavého. Pěvci na 9. úrovni, nic pro mě, au, pytle. Zastavle. Geralta jdu. Ale já jsem šel někam, jo, já nejdu za značkou, mám jít za, takže jsem říkal, že to nechám na jindy. Nechci jít za značkou, chci jít tady za questem. No tak dlouho zvyklý, že jsem běhal za značkou až... Nevím, kde jsem.
Let me have a look at your stock. So long.
Farewell.
Isn't easy, not at all.
Vůbec jdeme až.
Come on, Roach.
To je důvěrně známá cesta už. Není nezbytně nutný. Po ní jít pěšky. Jsme všechno prošli.
Yeah?
Got this diagram. Think you can forge the weapon?
Jo, tam ten druhej dělal výzbroj. Tu výzbroj jsem si chtěl udělat, tu novou.
So long.
Jindy. Při příští příležitosti.
Hold on. Ever eaten tree bark?
Looking for a hunter named Neelan.
Found him. What do you want?
Hear about your notice. I'm a witcher. When do you last see your wife?
5 days passed. 4 dawn. On my way out to hunt, she were asleep. I come back. I've no sign of her.
Notice anything strange? Maybe her behavior?
No. She were her happy, smiling self. Nothing different than late. She's not run off, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe she went to the neighboring village. Forgot to tell you.
No. My sister were never gone this long before.
Tried looking for her?
Asked round the village, none saw her go. She must have left when they were still sleeping. Told her time and again not to wander off on her own. She never listened.
I mustered some menfolk to scour the woods. Nothing.
I'll look in the woods. You might have missed something. Ask around, too. She have any friends?
Hannah keeps to herself mostly. Watches the blacksmith's young'uns at times. And in the village, Glenna, the butcher's wife, she likes her best.
Thanks. I'll try to find her, but no promises.
I tell you.
OK.
Greetings. You Glenna?
Aye. But gristle and marrow is all I'm willing to sell, and you'll have to wait till I'm done carving it.
You the butcher's wife?
Butcher? Please. Might have called him a butcher when we lived in the shade of Novigrad's walls. Now he deals in carrion, fallen animals. Their bones still fit for soup. So, buying something?
Wanted to talk to you about Hannah. Hear you were friendly.
She come by at times? We talk?
She seems strange lately. Any idea where she might have gone?
Strange. No? A cheerful soul always. If I'm to judge, it's the wolves got her. Been howling the nights through lately. Even the Baron's men are feared to come by. Hannah must have gone to the wood, to gather mushrooms, maybe. Strayed too deep and the howlers got her.
Thanks. Farewell.
Wow. My dad used to make swords like yours. Can I touch it?
It's sharp. Better not. Need to talk to your father.
I forged swords once. Now it's scythes and hoes. For good arms, you'll need to go to Novigrad.
Wanted to ask you about Hannah. Heard she looked after your children.
Aunt Hannah? Do you know where she is?
No, that's why I'm here. She maybe tell you where she was going, or anything else?
She said turnips are healthy, and we ought to eat them. I saw her go to the forest, with another lady. It was dawn almost. I'd gone out so I wouldn't wet the pallet.
The forest? She's done for.
Why?
A huge pack roams the area. None from the village dares go in the forest. Neelan's only one not afeared, but then he's a hunter.
Did you get a good look at the other woman? Know who it was?
No. She walked in front of Aunt Hannah. I couldn't see.
Thanks. Farewell.
OK. Whee! Let's check her out.
Whistle up some birds.
Later.
closer.
Možná bude někde hnízdo. Si cvičně udělám jeden úl. Ne, samon. Na úl mě chybí přísady, ale samon si můžu udělat. Tak. Ten Necker mě pronásleduje? Máš rozum? Zahrávat si se zaklínačem? Ta dnešní mládež. OK. Na první pohled nic. Na první poslech.
Witcher?
What are you doing here? Shouldn't be in the forest alone.
I came to tell you. You needn't look for Hannah. She'd have returned long past were she alive. I'll pay you twice Neelan's pledge. Just tell the man his Hannah's dead.
I want to know what happened to her?
I've no illusions, Witcher. In Velen, you're gone as long as she's been. You don't come back.
To je nějaký podezřelý.
Hannah's dead for certain. Neelan ought to accept his loss.
Ona vycházela podle mě z jeho baráku. Už určitě otrávila svoji dceru. A sestru.
People usually prefer to know the fate of their loved ones, whatever the cost.
What good will it do? I'll not get my sister back. And Neelan's all I've got left. I can't lose him too. And, well, he'll not rest till he avenges his Hannah, even if it eats up his life. The man deserves better.
Sorry, not in the habit of leaving jobs undone.
Folks speak true about you Witchers. You're heartless beasts.
Podezřelý.
Must be Hannah. Smell of a rotting corpse. Torn to pieces, blood spattered all around. Must be Hannah. Torn to pieces, literally. No man did this. Cuts. Made with long claws. Flesh torn clear off. This is getting interesting.
Striga.
Claw marks. Deep.
Ne.
Werewolf. No doubt about it. Gotta be careful. Blood and paw marks. Wonder where they lead. Shit. Climbed the tree. I can't get up there. Maybe find something else on the ground. Tuft of fur. Whatever lost it hasn't bathed in a while. Man's clothes. Shredded, but no sign of blood. Who rips their own clothes off, leaves them in the woods? Looks like a hunter's quarters. Notes. Wonder whose.
Díky Hanině lásce. Lovec. Lovec. Já se tady rozloučím a pokračovat budu v příštím díle. Pro nás se loučí zatím. Ahoj.